Good morning. I had terrible sleep last night for some reason. Did try to sleep in a little bit though, so it's coming up on near 8:30, which is about the beginning of when they start serving breakfast. For the breakfast and dinner hour, you have to get reservations for that, so we got all set up when we checked in. And I think lunch is just a lunch buffet that you can just show up to, so we'll figure that out later. But coming up on 8:30, that's our reservation time for breakfast, so we'll go wander down there and see what we can get. Done with breakfast. That was pretty good buffet style. Ran into a bunch more hikers that I recognize. Everybody's getting bunched up as we come into Cascade Locks. This building is really cool. Really cool design features on the inside. Really old school architecture. I think it was built in the 30s. So it's near 90 years old. But if the outside of this building looks familiar, this is the same one they used in the movie The Shining. This was used for all the exterior shots. The interior shots were a different hotel in Colorado. A really cool look to it. Here's the basic room setup that I got. It's pretty much only a little sink area. And a bunk bed. This is about the small, cheapest accommodation you can get. I think it was still over $200 a night. Shared bathrooms. So now it's just time to relax, work on some video editing, and try to get some videos uploaded. Just gonna be chilling around here all day, just lounging around, enjoying some views of the mountains and stuff. And we'll just check back in later. There's my food stash for the last stretch in the state of Oregon. This will get us all the way up to Cascade Locks. 2.5 days. Breakfast for Pop-Tarts, bunch of bars, dinners, instant mashed potatoes, and some salmon packets. Well, it's about 12:30, time for lunch, but I think I'm feeling more tired than more hungry just because I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm probably going to take a nap for a few hours and then just get dinner. Like I mentioned earlier, we got reservations for dinner, and that's going to be at 6:30, so I'm just going to be lounging around and doing nothing for the next couple of hours, probably till closer to dinner time, so I'll check back later. Well, it's just an update. It's coming up on dinner time now. I've been trying to nap for the last number of hours, but it's just too distracting, too noisy around here. Walls are really thin. A lot of people coming and going, doors opening, and there's a construction crew working on stuff right outside my window, so that hasn't helped. Just want to take a nap. But we'll go get our dinner reservation here in a minute and see what we can get to eat.
Alright, well, next water is 1.3. No, that's bad water.
Back in the room. That was a really good dinner. It was expensive, but not too ridiculous. But it was really good. I had the duck, and the dessert was a peach cobbler. And I think that's going to do it for today. I'll probably just sign out in this clip so I can get this video edited and done. Try to get some good night's sleep tonight. And then tomorrow we'll do the breakfast, and then we're hitting the trail. Skirting around the mountain, continuing along the PCT in conjunction with the Timberline Trail. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Good morning. I had an alright sleep last night, all things considered. Maybe just the beds here are too uncomfortable or something, but it's coming up on breakfast time, so we're going to go down to the breakfast buffet and get a full belly, and then we'll pack everything up and try to hit the trail immediately thereafter. So let's go get some food. Done with breakfast. That was really good. There are more hikers here than I have seen since doing the midnight moonwalk lunar eclipse through the aqueduct section. There are probably over 100 hikers in the hotel right now, which is cool seeing everybody here. We just destroyed the breakfast buffet. A bunch of Sobos in town too, passing through. So I'm all packed up, ready to check out, and then we'll get back on trail here in a second. Back on trail. The Timberline Lodge has been a great little stop. I'm definitely in the bubble of hikers now. There's a ton of people all heading out this morning. So all the campsites, I'm sure in and out of Cascade Locks, everything's just gonna be really crowded. Well, I didn't see a mile marker for it, but we are at 2,100 miles. The trail's kind of extremely crowded to stop and build a monument to that milestone marker, but I'm keeping my eyes out and I haven't seen one made yet. There's a lot of people on trail in this first bit just outside the lodge. You got all the NOBOs that are all bunched up, all the SOBOs that are normally coming through. You got the Timberline trail guys, and then you got all the day hikers that are just looking to head out a few miles before going back to the lodge for lunch or so. So it's just really crowded on trail right now. And a steep descent down to the Zigzag River. Crossing that in a bit, probably a steep climb out of there. Successfully made it across the Zigzag River without getting wet. And continuing up the other side. It's a lovely, quiet little forested area. Little flowers. Nice to finally be by myself for a minute. I think I'm far enough away from the lodge where all the day hikers won't come out this far. There's still a lot of people out here though. Here's Lost Creek. Lots of water sources out here today. It's all snowmelt runoff as we make our way around Mount Hood. I'm at an overlook peak and I'm looking up to the northwest. There's a peak in the distance there. That's got to be Mount Adams. And then further off this way is Mount St Helens. It's got to be over that way. This is one heck of an overlook. There's top of Mount Hood. That's the Sandy River, cutting its way into a real deep gorge. We're working our way down and we'll be crossing it at some point. These have got to be all rhododendrons. I can't think of what else that might be, unless it's some other kind of look-alike plant. Just didn't think they'd be on the west coast, that they were like an east coast only thing. But I don't know anything about plants to begin with. Here's the water crossing for the Sandy River. The river's definitely sandy, and there's a lot of sand blowing in the air. Good view up to Mount Hood. Here's a neat little log bridge. Here's the Muddy Fork. From here we got about 5 miles left for the day. 2 miles of uphill, 2.5 miles of uphill, and 2.5 miles of downhill. I like these proper log crossings. Beautiful forests. feel like I'm finally hiking all alone for a little bit. It's definitely a steep uphill. I think this is the steepest climb we've done in Oregon so far. It's only 2.5 miles or so, but this is a really steep 2.5 miles. Last water source for the end of the day. Filling up here. And we got just over 4 miles to camp. Man, this is a butt kicker of a climb. I feel like I've been on this uphill for a couple of hours. And we still got a ways to go. Big trail junction here. I think this is where the Timberline Trail and the PCT go their separate ways. Timberline goes that way. I'm going this way. PCT to Lolo Pass. I think that's where I'm going to end up for tonight. I think we go downhill for just a little bit, and then it pops up just a little bit, and then it's all downhill to the pass. I think we're finally at the top, done with all the uphills. And from here, I got about 2 miles left, steep downhill, all the way to Lolo Pass. We've got a pop out here view here for a minute. Clouds are starting to get a little overcast. Nice view of Mount Hood. Seeing it from kind of the north side now. Got to a little pop out view to the north as Mount Adams. Better view than this morning. Always easier going downhill. Not too much further, and we'll be done for the day. Made it to Lolo Pass. Little side road and parking area just up there. Kind of quiet here for now. I'm the only person who's getting set up, but it's kind of early still. It's only about 5 o'clock. Kind of picked a little spot here out of the way, but there's room for some more to jump in. The ground's a little uneven, but you can kind of find what you can find. Time to get set up the rest of the way. I think that's going to do us for today. I'm all settled in. Got my instant mashed potatoes for dinner. And it's really hot and muggy. It's probably like 80 degrees. It's not super hot, but just with it being overcast, it's just really humid and really muggy. So it might be kind of a muggy, humid night. We'll see how it goes. This sets us up pretty good. We'll do like a 20-something mile day for tomorrow, and then a low mileage day getting into Cascade Locks early on Friday. So I think that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.